their composure and get to the first down marker, so they're going to have to punt it away.
Caden Loschenkall will punt it away for the Battlin Bears, the new punter. It's an end-over-end punt and shanked right side, and that'll land just across the 35-yard line of the Battlin Bears. So it's going to be a net, but they're going to mark it at the 35. It'll be a 15-yard net punt for Loschenkall.
Wind actually caught that one in the air and sent it backwards a little bit. Went straight up in the air and then off to the side.
So outstanding field position for the Lights as they will take over at the Rocky 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lights.
Zach Brooks, the quarterback for the Lights, will take it on the keeper. He'll come around following the man through, and he gets down to the 32-yard line for a gain of 3. Brooks last week had 10 rushes for a negative 8 yards as he was sacked multiple times. But he gets positive yardage on the first play here. Jabari Madison in on the tackle, the defensive lineman for the Battlin Bears. 2 receivers split out, one either side. Two tight end formation. Now the left tight end goes in motion. There's going to be a handoff to Dion. Dion upended at the 26, but he falls ahead to the 25-yard line. Good for 6 yards and a first down. Make it 7 yards and a first down for Dion. Mason went 18 carries for 107 yards last week in the loss against Mayville State. So the first down of the afternoon is going to be a rushing variety for the Lights as they have 2 receivers right side, one to the left. Tight end left side goes in motion as well. Brooks under center, pitches it back, and there is a tackle in the backfield for a loss. And I believe that was John Aragon that got in there.
Yeah, Aragon on the tackle got into the backfield. Good quick move by Rocky Mountain College. Puts the ball back at the 30-yard line.
It'll be a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they announced Jabari Madison Jr. in on the stop as well. So it'll be second down and 15 from the 30-yard line of the Battlin Bears. Some initial movement on the defensive line. They'll come set. Brooks will look left side. Now he's under center. Man in motion to the right. Tight end, handoff goes to Dion, and Dion is stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And I believe the man that got to him first was Jasper Juma. So no gain for Dion on his 3rd carry of the afternoon as the Bears' run defense has stiffened up here in the last 2 plays. They bring up 3rd down and 15 from the 30-yard line of the Battlin Bears. Lights on their opening drive. 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. It's the home opener for Rocky. Looking for their first win. They were forced to go 3 and out on their opening possession. 2 receivers, one split out either side. Right tight end in motion. Handoff to Dion. Dion following a blocker off the right tackle. And Dion's going to get down to about the 27-yard line for only a gain of 3. And Dave, credit the rush defense for Rocky making a big stop.
Yeah, they were right in there ahead of the blockers and able to get to the running back. Stopped him at the 27-yard lines where they're going to spot the ball. So 4th down play, Lights are in 4-down territory.
Yeah, Tate O'Neill is listed as their kicker, and apparently they don't trust Tate from what would be about a 43-yard attempt. So it'll be tight formation for this triple offense that the Lights run. Man in motion on the right side is the right halfback. Rolling out to his left is Brooks. Brooks under pressure. Fires it towards the end zone and wide open for the touchdown. On the far side, the catch is made by Reed Woodward. And with 9:59 left in the first quarter of play, the Lights take an early 6-0 lead. First pass play of the afternoon for the Lights, and it goes for 27 yards and a touchdown. Tate O'Neill on to attempt the extra point. On to hold is Devin Carmona. The kick is blocked, picked up by Carmona, and he's going to be tackled. So it'll be a good effort by the special teams for the Bears, but they will the Lights will take an early 6-0 lead as they convert on a 4th and 12 from the 27-yard line on a 27-yard touchdown pass to Woodward. We'll take a timeout, come back here in a moment on GoBatlinBears.com. Cyrus Tabay will kick it off for the Lights, taken at the 4-yard line by Waddell. He's across the 20 quickly, across the 25. He'll be met at the 26-yard line. It'll be a return of 21 yards, and the Battlin Bears now trailing by a score of 6-0 as the Lights went 6 plays in 35 yards in 3 minutes and 26 seconds, but a big 4th down conversion.
Yeah, that play was basically a Hail Mary pass. Quarterback was flushed out of the pocket. He just threw the ball up for grabs. Being 4th down, if it would have been intercepted in the end zone, it would have put the ball right back to the 20-yard line. So it just was basically a one-on-one situation. He threw it to a spot on the field in the end zone that he had basically told his wide receiver, I'm throwing it there, you get to the ball. And he won the altercation and hence the 6 points. And Northern leads 6-0.
Well, Coach Stutz talked about it in the pregame interview, but Jerome Sauer is the new head football coach for the Lights, running that triple option offense. And Dave, that's something that fans down here in Billings are familiar with over the years. Skyview ran for so many years with the dual halfbacks and the fullback, and in that situation there, it was the right halfback, Woodward, that went in motion around the left side, and nobody covered him, and he was wide open in that left corner of the end zone. The point after attempt blocked by the Battlin Bears, so they will get their second opportunity on offense starting at their own 26-yard line.
First and 10, Battlin Bears on their own 26-yard line.
Graydon Buell working out of the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers, 2 split out either side. The lone man on his hip right side is the running back, Ben Rooney. Rooney goes in motion on the left side. He'll pass, screen pass out to Rooney. It's caught. He gets up across the 25, across the line of scrimmage, and he is kept in bounds, the line judge says, as he's brought down at the 31-yard line, a gain of 5 yards on the screen pass. So early on, Buell 3 for 4 for 9 yards through the air. Trips right side for the Battlin Bears. 1 receiver left. Ball on the left hash mark. 2nd down and 5 from the 31-yard line. Buell takes the snap, pitches it out to Rooney. Rooney's got some running room. He's across the 35, close to the first down marker, and actually should be there at the 37 as it'll move the chains for the Battlin Bears for the first time this afternoon.
Result of the play will be a Rocky Mountain.
Rocky going with a hurry-up offense with no huddle here. 1st and 10.
6 yards on the carry for Ben Rooney. Rooney had 9 carries for 26 yards in last week's loss in Dickinson. Quick pass. It is caught on the right side at the 45-yard line. And the catch made by De Niro Killian Jr. as they're going to actually spot him. He got up to the 47, good for 10 yards, and moved the chains again. Well, I'm sure this is what Coach wanted to do on that opening possession when they went 3 and out. But the Bears are looking good. There's going to be a carry, and off to the races is Buell. He's down inside the 15, the 5. He will go in for the touchdown.
No flags on the field, so it looks like 6 for Rocky to tie it up on a run by the quarterback. Picked up a key block at the line of scrimmage and basically used his speed to outrun the rest of the defenders for 6.
53-yard touchdown strike for Graydon Buell. Ties it up at 6 apiece with the extra point pending. Snap the hold. The kick is on its way, and it is good. And the Bears take their first lead of the afternoon off a 53-yard touchdown run by Graydon Buell. Austin Drake with the point after through to give the Bears a 7-6 lead. 8:28 left to go here in the first quarter of play. Back after this on GoBatlinBears.com. Back here at Herb Klindt Field, the Battlin Bears, a quick strike. 74 yards in 4 plays in a minute 25. Here's a kickoff return for Northern as Coulter Wolstead. Boy, they just raised the volume on the public address announcer all of a sudden as Coulter will get it up to the, where are they going to spot it at? The 30-yard line.
Actually closer to the 31.
Yeah, I was going to say, waiting for the chains to get stretched out. We'll call it the 31. Well, they struck on their opening possession as they went 6 plays, 35 yards, took advantage of the short field in 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Mason Dion will take it ahead on the carry up to the 35-yard line, a gain of 4. That's his 5th carry already for 9 yards so far on the afternoon.
Lights are really testing the Rocky front line on defense so far in the ball game. Again, we had that injury to that lineman for Rocky, so the Lights are trying to see if that weakens the Rocky defensive line.
2nd down and 6 yards to go. Handoff goes to the fullback, and check that. Keeper for Brooks, and Brooks will get all of about a yard that time around. His 2nd carry of the afternoon. And on the stop for the Bears, AQ Paternal. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 from the 36-yard line. Battlin Bears now leading 7-6 after the 53-yard keeper by Graydon Buell. Drake's point after attempt was good, and of course the point after attempt block for the Lights touchdown, the difference in the ball game. Tight formation. They got one receiver just inside the left hash mark as the ball is middle of the field on 3rd and 5 from the 36. Pass over the middle, intercepted at the 43-yard line. Ball is picked off by Mason Browning. As Browning, he was the closest man to it, and I don't know what Brooks saw because there was a big black jersey with a 44 on it.
And he was just sitting there waiting for the ball to come to him. I think that he was watching the wide receiver run and placed it ahead of him, but not realizing there was a Rocky player right where he tossed the ball to. So a break for Rocky. They take over 1st and 10. They'll start work from the 43-yard line of the Lights.
First turnover of the afternoon, and it's a big one. And as Dave mentioned, let's see if the Bears can take advantage. 6:57 left here in the first quarter of play. Trips right side, one out to the left. Man in motion is Rooney out of the back. We got pressure, and Brooks gets away from that one. He rolls out to his right. Brooks is going to fake the toss downfield. He'll tuck it under and run out of bounds at about the 33-yard line, 32-yard line.
good
Throwing
game
things
for the
at me, Dave?
Battlin Bears.
Not really.
Going to go for, I thought, 11 yards. Yeah, and a first down.
Play result in Rocky Mountain College.
So
Not bad for the
Braden
first.
Buell, 11 yards, and the third rushing first down of the afternoon. Pass out to Killian Jr. on the right side. He battles his way through a tackle down to the 25, and that'll be a gain of 8 yards. Killian Jr.'s second catch of the afternoon.
Second down and 3, Battlin Bears.
Second and 3 from the 25-yard line. Ball on the right hash mark. Battlin Bears going right to left across your radio dial. We're not on radio this year, are we? Across your screen. Pass over the middle. Wide open for the catch in the end zone for the touchdown is the Battlin Bears' Eric Lira, as he will make the wide open reception from 25 yards out. The Battlin Bears take a 13-6 lead.
He was wide open. There were no defenders in the middle of the field that time. Definitely a lack of defensive pressure in the backfield accounts for the second touchdown for Rocky.
First one through the air this afternoon. Drake's point after attempt is up and true. And the Battlin Bears take a 14-6 lead over the Lights of MSU-Northern. We'll take a timeout, come back, and have more action here at Herb Klindt Field on GoBatlinBears.com. Well, Dave, it was 86 degrees at game time. Supposed to get up to 91 this afternoon, but the Battlin Bears offense has heated up here in the last few drives.
Yeah, my phone actually said 92 at kickoff, but that where they actually measure that at is anybody's guess. Terry kind of works wherever she wants to. So I asked her where she was at. She said, "I don't understand your question." So
they have winds out of the southwest at the last official report, but the flags are barely moving here at Herb Klindt Field. Here's the kickoff for the Battlin Bears as Wolfstad will take it back at inside the 5. It cuts across the field right to left, gets across the 10, and he is met at the 15-yard line. A big stop for the Battlin Bears special teams, as it'll be a long field for the Northern Lights starting at their own 15-yard line with 6:29 left here in quarter number 1.
Wolfstead actually ran further sideways than he did forward on that play. He was trying to get over to the west side of the field where they had set up. That was where they were setting up their blocking. But Rocky had enough green jerseys down there to basically put them down 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Bears had a quick strike, 4 plays, 45 yards, taking advantage of the interception by Mason Browning on the 25-yard touchdown pass to Eric Lira from Buell. The keeper that time around, check that, it's not a keeper, hand off to Dion. Dion will get it up to the 22-yard line for a gain of 7 yards, and they stopped by Mason Browning, who had the pickoff on the last possession. But the Bears, only 20 seconds to get their second touchdown of the afternoon. And again, taking advantage of the short field, which is exactly what Lights did on their opening possession after they got the ball off of the shank punt at the Rocky 35 and scored the opening drive of their afternoon. Pass over the middle. It's going to be over everybody's head. The Wolstead was the intended receiver, but Dave, he needed to be about a foot and a half taller or about 2 seconds faster to get that one.
Yeah, it would have taken an Olympic effort to get underneath that ball as it was thrown, as you said, about 5 yards too far in front of the wide receiver. Although he did have a half a step. Had he caught that ball, it would have been off to the races for the Lights.
Yeah, Wolstead had the position. He had, as Dave mentioned, this half step on him, but the ball just too deep. Bring up 3rd down and 3 from the 22-yard line of the Lights. They trail 14-6, man in motion, the left halfback, and it's going to be a good stop by the Battlin Bears defense as it was Dion on the stop. He had the carry. They're going to spot him down at the 23, a gain of a yard, and the Bears are going to force a 3-and-out.
Punting unit on the field for the Lights for the first time in this ball game. This is not 4-down territory, Kyle.
No, I don't. Well, at least not wise to be 4-down territory in that situation.
The Lights running game hasn't worked that well to be able to gain 2 yards and get that first down, so they're going to punt the ball away.
Wiley Snap is the man who will punt it away for the Lights. A high spiraling punt bounces at the Rocky 46-yard line, takes a Lights bounce to the 42, and that is where the Bears will take over already their 4th possession of the afternoon. They lead 14-6.
So good defensive effort by Rocky Mountain College that time. They got the ball back. This is a fast moving game with lots of offense. 14 points in the first quarter for Rocky, 6 for the Lights. And Rocky's out there trying to put more points on the board.
Rocky won the toss at the start of the game. They elected to receive and went 3-and-out on the short punt for the Battlin Bears. Gave the Lights excellent field position at the Rocky 35. They scored on that drive. Here's a pass over the middle, and that is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver as Booker Bush had that land off his numbers, and that one should have been caught.
Yeah, Bush had heard footsteps behind him, and I think he was thinking about taking that hit after he got the ball, forgot to catch the ball. So it's 2nd down, 10 yards to go.
Going to have a talk with Coach Stutz. Buell is listed as number 14 on the roster, but he's number 13 on the field today, and it threw me off for a little bit. Here's the handoff to Rooney. Rooney following blockers on the left side. It gets across the 45 up to the 49-yard line. A gain of 7 yards, and a great job by the offensive line for the Battlin Bears, making a way for Ben Rooney.
Yeah, he was actually pushing number 84. That's Josh Hoffman, tackle in front of him.
Trips right side. One receiver left. Buell looks over to the sideline to get the play call. He will call out the play from 5 yards deep, standing back at his own 44. Rooney comes out of motion in the backfield, rolling out to his right. Buell, he's going to keep it. Buell across midfield, got the first down and more. He will tiptoe out of bounds at the Lights 46-yard line. A gain of 5 yards for Buell. It's his 3rd carry of the afternoon.
Buell saw a lot of daylight out there as he headed for the sidelines and basically knew where the first down marker was at and ran out of bounds about a yard past the first down marker. So Rocky with a 1st and 10 has a fresh set of downs.
So 1st and 10 from the Northern 46-yard line. Ball on the right hash mark. 2 receivers right side, 2 receivers left. Man in motion now from the right side. Lines up in the tight end slot left side. Pass out on the right side is complete. That was complete to Eric Lira. And Lira, who had the touchdown reception a little earlier, gets up to the 44, a gain of 2 yards.
That time Buell saw Lira's defender had backed off, and so he basically quick pass out to him. Good for a gain of about 6 or 7.
Yeah. I looked at the wrong marker there. It's 2nd down and 3, and the pass is complete to Waddell over the middle. As Waddell cut from the left side to the middle, and just did the left hash mark, made the catch, gets down inside the 30. They're going to spot him down at the 30-yard line, a gain of 9. That'll move the chains for the Battlin Bears. And Dave Buell, 8 for 10 to start this game.
Yeah, and Rocky right now with that hurry-up offense has really got the lights on their heels, and so they're going to take a timeout and talk this one over a little bit. So we do have a timeout on the field with 2:52 to go in the first quarter of play, and gives us a chance to mention once again Rocky Mountain College partnering with Irk Hotels for the 24-25 streaming season. Of course, Irk Hotels is based in Missoula, Montana, managing and developing lodging properties in Northwest regions for over 30 years. With their partners and investors, they have developed and built hotels in Montana, Washington, and Idaho. They currently manage some 900 guest rooms, 22,000 square feet of conference space. At Irk Hotels, they're dedicated to serving their people and properties, inspiring a culture of exceptional hospitality, and delivering maximum value to their investors and partners. So big thank you to Irk Hotels for your support of Rocky Mountain College athletics for this season.
So, fresh set of downs for the Battlin Bears. 1st and 10 from the Lights 30-yard line. Pass over the left side to Waddell. Had to go down to his knees to make the catch, as he will make it. We'll spot him down at about the, we'll call it the 27, a gain of 3 yards on his 2nd consecutive reception. So I've got Braden Buell, 9 of 11 passing for 71 yards, and the touchdown strike to Lyra on the previous drive. 2nd and 7 from the Lights 27-yard line. Trips right side. Waddell split out to the left. Buell got time. Buell didn't get it off in time as he was sacked in the pocket, making the stop. Wiley snapped the defensive end. Snapped at a big Sandy, Montana, and that'll be a loss of 4 yards.
Buell slow in getting up as well.
Loss will bring up a 3rd down and 11 for the Battlin Bears.
6th play of the drive for the Bears. It started at their 42-yard line. They've had good field position on the last 3 possessions. After going 3 and out on the opening drive, trips right side. Buell got Rooney on his left hip and a step back. Snap to Buell. Buell feeling the pressure again, and he's not going to be able to get away that time either, as the stop is made by Braden Klein.
That play was a coverage sack. Buell had nobody to throw to, and good defensive effort by the Lights as they kept him in the pocket, made the tackle, and it brings up 4th and a long, about 19 yards to go for the 1st down.
A little far for Drake to try the field goal, so the offensive unit will stay on the field. Trips to the right side. Waddell split out to the left. We've got Killian Jr. far right. The receiver on the inside. Lear is the middleman there on the right side. Here's a snap to Buell. Buell looking down the right side, and that was going to be intercepted at the 22-yard line. The leap and grab made by Crawford Cherry, the linebacker out of Haber, Montana. The former Blue Pony will pick off Mr. Braden Buell, and that is the first interception of the afternoon on Buell. He had one last week in the game versus Dickinson State. But Terry makes the catch, and he's brought down immediately. So with 39 seconds to go in the first quarter of play, Lights with the ball for their 4th possession, trailing 14-6. There's a pitch out. The man that was in motion from left to right. That was pitched out to Jeremiah Benson, the 5'10 junior. And Benson gets it up to the 24, a gain of 2.
They did stop the clock as he was pushed out of bounds. So there's 34 seconds to go in the quarter.
Jeremiah Benson did not have a rushing attempt in last week's game. but he's one of the two tight ends that we see in motion a lot for this triple option offense for Jerome Sowers, Northern Lights. Sowers in his third year as the head football coach at MSU Northern. Two receivers left side. Brooks rolls out to his left. Brooks got some pressure. Brooks tossing to the far sideline and goes into the Rocky bench. Benson was the closest man to it, but he was not close to that pass as that went about 4 yards deep into the Rocky sideline.
I'm not sure that was intentional by the quarterback or.
He had pressure. Rolling out to his left, he's like, I got to get this away. As he felt the footsteps of a couple of the front four for the Battlin Bears.
Brings up a big third down play with 19 seconds to go in the quarter. Looks like the Lights are going to need to get the ball up to about the 33-yard line if they want to keep it. Otherwise, they're going to have to punt it away.
Jasper Juma, Jabari Madison Jr., the lineman on the left side of the line. There's a pitch out. The ball comes loose. It goes out of bounds at the Lights, probably 27 or 28-yard line. That was Dion on the carry, but he was hit hard. And fumbles it out of bounds. They're going to spot it at the 20. They're going to spot it where? The 26, a gain of 2 yards for Dion, but another 3 and out forced by the Battlin Bears defense. And they did not get the kickoff off in time. We've come to the end of quarter number 1. Battlin Bears leading the Lights of MSU Northern 14-6. We'll take a timeout. Come back for the second quarter right here on GoBatlinBears.com. Battlin Bears ready to receive. Nope, it's going to be a fake on the punt and a first down and more. That's a great call by Coach Sowers, and then a flag comes in at the end of the play as the direct snap to Lucas Thacker, the linebacker out of Columbia Falls. He got all the way down to the Rocky 33-yard line. So that's to be a gain of 41 yards, and I imagine more coming here.
Result of that play will give MSU Northern.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to allow the play and then mark off the penalty against Haver after the play. So that'll put the ball back at the 43-yard line. That's where the Lights will have it 1st and 10. And they caught Rocky napping on that play, as it was a direct snap to one of the blockers up front, which was one of the halfbacks, and he found a seam on the right-hand side and basically a good gain on the play, but the penalty kind of limited him a little bit.
It's going to be a carry straight ahead by Mason Dion, and Dion gets it down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line, a gain of 11 yards, and another first down for MSU Northern. That's the 9th carry of the afternoon already for the Lights, and that is their 3rd first down of the afternoon. Brooks with the handoff, carry straight ahead, and Dion leaped over the initial blockers and then was upended at about the 28-yard line. You can see at the 27, a gain of 3 yards that time around by Dion. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 6 from the Bears' 27-yard line. Rocky leading 14-6. Northern scored on their opening possession and has not scored since. Brooks with the handoff to Dion, and Dion is going to be caught from behind that time around, and he might have got a yard or two. They're going to spot him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard that time around. So 3rd down and 5 from the 27-yard line. One receiver split out wide to the left. We got motion there. Flags coming in, and this should be a false start against the Lights.
That'll push him back 5 yards. There was movement on the right side of the offensive line.
And that is the first penalty of the afternoon against the Lights. But it's a costly one, as that will move them back outside the 27 to the 32-yard line.
Had a timeout by
call.
Haber.
Lights call a timeout with 12:28 left in the first half of play. Battlin Bears leading 14-6. We'll take a timeout as well here on the Rocky Athletics YouTube channel and GoBatlinBears.com. We come back from the timeout, 3rd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Lights call the timeout to talk things over, as it's a big 3rd down conversion opportunity for them, trailing by 8. Man in motion is the left halfback. Handoff straight ahead. Dion found a hole, gets inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line. That is just enough, 10 yards, and a first down for the Lights.
Good job that time by the Lights, as they were able to come off a right tackle, and it took one of the safeties to actually stop the play. So, as I said, the Lights able to move the chains. 1st and 10 with the ball at the 22-yard line.
Seventh play of the drive here for the Lights. 11:47 and counting. Dion
up the middle.
Gets the handoff from Brooks, trying to go straight up the gut, and he is brought down at the 20 after a gain of 2. Dakota Sage and Jabari Madison Jr. in on the stop for the Battlin Bears defense. They'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 20-yard line. Well, number 11, Montana Western, and Dave, I meant to correct it earlier. I said in talking about the preseason top 25 poll, it was actually Western who did win the conference last year. They had a better conference record than the College of Idaho, but they are going to be hosting Eastern Oregon in their inaugural game as a Frontier Conference member. There's a pass on the right side. It is incomplete. The intended receiver was Devin Shelton, and there were 3 black jerseys around. And Dave, after hitting his first pass for 27 yards and a touchdown, Zach Brooks has now missed on his last 4 attempts, including other than an interception on the second one.
Rocky was anticipating a pass play on that last exchange, and they guessed right, as they had the proper personnel in there. So it brings up 3rd and long
3rd down and 8 from the 20-yard line. Ball on the right hash mark. Rocky trying to get a stop here, leading 14-6. Handoff goes to Dion. Dion is not going to get away from anyone that time around, as there is the public address announcer wanted to say a plethora of Battlin Bears and didn't come out the first time the way he wanted to, so I get that. But up to the 21-yard line, it'll be 4th down and 9 after the gain of 1 on the 14th carry of the afternoon for Dion. So here's a long field goal attempt coming.
Watch for a fake field goal here because the Lights, we haven't seen their kicker kick a field goal yet.
This would be a 39-yard field goal attempt from the right hash mark. 10-15 and counting here in the first half. Here's the snap, the hold, the fake. Rolling out to his right, looking for the pass, and the ball is deflected by the black jersey there for the Battlin Bears. And I tell you what, Dave, I know they like the look of the green on the black, but from this distance, it makes it really hard to read who the man was who got the hand in on the pass that knocked it away.
Definitely was a Rocky player, though.
Yes, it was.
And so the Bears take over on downs. They did have the right personnel in the right position that time.
So they went for the fake punt and got the big 41-yard conversion for the first down, but the Lights did not convert on the fake field goal attempt from 39 yards out. Nice little spot there as the Bears will take over at their own 21-yard line, leading 14-6 with 10:06 left in the first half. I just realized I didn't change my pen color. The intended receiver on the left side, pass to Killian Jr. It falls incomplete.
That was actually a dangerous pass for Rocky. The defender actually had a shot at that. That was number 6 for the Lights defense. Who is number 6? Let me see if I can find him here. Andres Van Diest was the closest man to the ball. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Buell under pressure. Buell from behind. He's not going to get away as he's brought down from behind at the 19-yard line. Stop made by Giovanni Ania. And Ania will bring him down for a loss of 2.
A 3rd down and 12, Battlin Bears.
3rd and 12 for the Bears.
Starting at their own 21 is this drive. It's now 3rd and 12 from the 19. 9.5 to go in the second quarter of play. Bears leading by 8. 4 receivers set, 2 split out either side, out of the gun. Buell, his hand was the hit as the pass deflected. One of the 2. Intended receiver was Waddell. It falls incomplete, and that is going to be 3 and out for the Battlin Bears.
Pressure applied by number 55.
I think they're going to take a timeout here.
Bring up a 4th down for the Battlin
The
Bears.
entire unit for the Bears goes over the sideline, and now the special teams comes out.
Back in punt formation for the Battlin Bears, be number 60, Hayden Losenkohl. Back deep for MSU, received the punt. Be number 88, Jeremiah Benson.
Just by way of information, the first down marker's at the 32. We've seen a number of punts that have been, that one is blocked.
And it's taken into the end zone, and going to be a touchdown for the Northern Lights as the punt was blocked, recovered by Spencer Laren, the defensive back out of Power, Montana. And that will be 6 points for the Lights with 9:16 left in the second.
Again, Spencer Leonards with the blocked punt for the touchdown.
Returned for, what, about 7-8 yards by the time he picked it up?
They're going to try to kick a field goal here, but again,
Tate O'Neill for the extra point attempt. Down by 2 points at the moment. Here's the snap. The hole kick is on its way, and it is good. And Just like that, it is 14-13. Battlin Bears lead trim 2-1 after the block punt return for the touchdown by Spencer Lairns. We'll take a timeout, come back here at Herb Klindt Field on GoBatlinBears.com. And as it turns out, they called a penalty against the Lights, so they move it back. They'll tie the extra point again. This time it'll be a 30-yard extra point attempt. Snap the hold, kick is blocked, and it's going to be taken by one of the Rocky players. He'll be tackled out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So the initial point after attempt was good, but the penalty negated it, and after the second penalty, it'll be a blocked missed extra point, so that'll make it 14-12 with 9:16 left here in the first half of play. Bears up by 2 on the Lights. We'll be back in a moment on GoBatlinBears.com. Well, they're wasting no time as the kickoff returned covered by Denario Killian Jr., and he will cover it up at the 24-yard line. That's where the Bears will take over, leading by 2. And some key special teams plays have come into effect here so far today.
Yeah, that's been the highlight of the game so far, as both teams have used a little bit of trickery there on the fourth down situations. And so far it's worked out for the Lights as they've cut the lead to just 2 points here in the second quarter. 14-12, Rocky has the advantage. Bears with the ball.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. 3 receivers left side. Buell out of the gun. Quick pass to Dwyer on the left side. Dwyer gets around the blockers, gets on the far sideline, and gets all the way up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 yards and a first down.
Rocky Mountain College first down. First and 10, Battlin Bears on the 35-yard line.
Good speed that time by Rocky's wide receiver as he was able to get outside the defenders.
Second first down through the air for the Battlin Bears. The other one came on the first touchdown of the contest for Rocky. Pass complete on the left side to the 40-yard line. Denario Killian Jr. makes the catch. That'll be good for 5 yards. They're going to actually spot him back. Well, no, they do bring it up to the 40. Nope, 39. Gain of 4.
6 on the play. Make it 5.
4 yards would be accurate. There's a quick toss out. Tying Jasperson getting a rush and getting a first down as Jasperson will go from the 39 to the 48-yard line. A gain of 9 yards and a first down on his carry.
Good personal effort by Jasperson as he was carrying tacklers with him as he gained about 4 or 5 yards on his own.
So trips right side, 1 to the left. First and 10 from the 48-yard line. Pass to Jasperson. Jasperson gets away from a couple defenders, and he gets down to the far sideline inside the 20 before he is finally brought down at the spot him at the 18-yard line. We do have a flag on the far side of the field, so it will go for 30 yards if the play stands. And From where this flag is, Dave, it may be a holding penalty against the Bears. We'll see.
That or an illegal block in the back.
And it is a holding penalty against the Bears, so that negates a 30-yard pass completion to Ryan Jesperson.
Into light territory at the 49-yard.
They're still giving him 4 yards on the play, so it's first down and about 7 yards to go for the Bears.
Okay, so from where the penalty
Actually, first and 7.
was committed, it's good for the first down for the Bears, but then they mark it back. So I guess,
Well, it was first down.
yeah, it's a net of like 13 yards then on the pass completion.
Boy, Jasperson is a tough cookie to tackle out there.
Jesperson goes from the 49 to the 46, a hard-fought 3 yards on his second carry of the afternoon. Went from the 48 down to the 46, a gain of 6 yards. Pitch out. Here's Jesperson on the near side. He's got the first down and more. It beats a man at the 35 and sends him backwards as he was met by Giovanni Enea. Enea, we've got a flag coming in, and we'll see what the call is here. Jesperson hold against Eric Lira.
Actually lose a half yard on the play.
Yeah.
Battlin Bear penalty.
So the
Put the ball on the light.
third penalty of the afternoon for the Battlin Bears. Pass out to Dwyer. Dwyer on the screen gets inside the 45 down to the 42-yard line. A gain of 7. Let's see. Actually,
They might
spotted at the
measure
40.
this one.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to move the
They
change.
moved it up to the 40. They initially had it back almost the 42. They move it up to the 40 and say it's good for 7 yards and a first down. Well, by my count, that puts Buell over the century mark for passing. We got a timeout called as we've got an injured player, an injured light down on the field. And this almost looks like maybe it's a cramp situation. I hope that that's the case, as the temperature is already in the high 80s here in south central Montana and very little wind to speak of. So that turf will heat up some with the sun shining down on it. Nary a cloud in the sky, but it's hazy conditions. There must be some smoke still from some fires that are in the area, preventing some crystal blue skies from shining through. And yeah, indeed, the young man, Giovanni Enea, gets up and walks off under his own power, trots off to the near sideline. So that's good to see. And the Battlin Bears have a fresh set of downs at the Lights 40-yard line. 9th first down of the afternoon by what I have. Trips left side, two receivers right side, excuse me, 2 on either side. Fake the handoff to the slot man left side, and Buell slides feet first, and they're going to say his derriere touchdown at the 36, so they'll spot him down after a gain of 4.
Make it 4. Second down and 6,
But the Battlin Bears keep the ball moving towards the north end zone here, leading by 2, coming up with 6.5 to go in the first half of play. 2 receivers right side, Dwyer in the slot, Lira wide right side. Fake the handoff. No, it is a handoff to Jesperson. And Jesperson. Nope.
By number 15.
Is it Rooney? No, it's Jesperson. Yeah, it is Rooney. Again, the green numbers on the black jersey not helping the broadcast crew identify who is on the field.
I'm glad you're making that call, Kyle.
3rd down and 3 from the 33-yard line. 2 receivers right side. Got a man in the tight end slot as well. Right side, handoff to Rooney and gets inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 4 and move the chains for the Battlin Bears.
So far, Rocky Mountain College has had positive yardage on every carry here. So the Rocky coaches are really getting comfortable calling those run plays for short yardage and first downs.
Eighth play of the drive coming up for the Bears. 1st and 10 from the Lights 29-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jesperson. Jesperson takes a man with him as he goes around the left tackle and gets it down to the 26 for a gain of 3. Jesperson's 3rd carry of the afternoon, although he's had 5 touches. And we've got a timeout called, another Light player down. And Dave, while we have a moment, we'll take an opportunity. Rocky Mountain College has partnered with Urk Hotels again for the 2023-2024 streaming season. Based in Missoula, Montana, Urk Hotels has been managing and developing lodging properties in the Northwest region for more than 30 years. With their partners and investors, they have developed and built hotels in Montana, Washington, and Idaho. They currently manage over 900 guest rooms and 22,000 square feet of conference space. At Urk Hotels, they are dedicated to serving their people and properties, inspiring a culture of exceptional hospitality, and delivering maximum value to their investors and partners. Thank you, Urk Hotels, for your support of Rocky Mountain College athletics. And the man that is down on the field at the moment for the Lights, I believe, is Coronado Davis.
Once again, it looks like a Charlie horse.
Davis, a 5'9", 248-pound defensive lineman out of Mansfield.
For a special performance from the awesome Rocky Mountain College
LUS. Period. Mansfield.
Loose. I think it's on the pronunciation sheet.
No, but the province and or country that he is out of. North DeSoto High School.
Lusitania, maybe? Or
That was a ship. Not Lithuania, because that would be L-I-T-H. Davis gets up, and unfortunately they are helping him off the field with the trainer on either side.
a little bit more serious than a Charlie horse. He's got
favoring
a lot of help
left
on that left leg.
Not putting any pressure on it. So
while they're getting him off the field, I did want to mention our game sponsor, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, today. They sponsor the Kids Zone at Rocky Mountain College events. That's a event that allows the kids into the ball games. I know when I came through the door, they looked at me and said, "Are you under 13?" So apparently, if you're under 13, you get in free.
Okay.
So thanks to the folks at Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our game sponsor today.
So the Battlin Bears have it 2nd and 7 from the 26-yard line of the Lights. Bears leading by 2. Under 5 to go here in the second quarter. Jesperson will get it down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. A gain of 10 yards and move the chains for the Battlin Bears.
Result of the play will be a Rocky Mountain College first down.
11th first down by my count. Rolling out the left side. It's going to be a carry that will go for maybe a yard. And was that Joseph Dyer on the sweep? Dwyer with a carry of a yard. So 2nd and 9 now from the 15-yard line. 2 receivers, tight formation on the left side. Ball is on the left hash mark. Man in motion is Dwyer. He'll line up left side. And Jesperson on the right hip of Buell. Buell dropping back. Buell's got pressure, and Buell's going to be hit, and Buell is going to be taken down for a loss as Devin Carmona, the linebacker out of Sacramento, California, will bring him down back at the 23-yard line, a loss of 8 yards.
Toss on the play.
So it brings up third down
Third down.
and about
16.
16 yards to go for the first down.
Two receivers left side, two to the right. Buell again working out of the gun. Ball on the left hash mark. Bears looking for their third touchdown of the afternoon. They lead by 2 with 3:08 and counting here in the. And we got a whistle. And did they get the playoff in time? No, a timeout was called as the. I was just looking. The play clocks are not working here on the field this afternoon. And I saw the back judge counting down the final seconds of what would be the play timer. And so the Battlin Bears coaching staff said, let's not chance it on 3rd and 16. And they called the timeout to stop the play with 3:04 left in the first half. Well, Dave, what do you draw up here? You're outside of the 20, so, if you can't complete it here, it's an awful long distance for a field goal this early in the season.
Yeah, you're in 2-down territory. Basically, if you're Rocky, you get as much yardage as you can on this play, go for it on 4th down, try and keep the drive alive. Basically, execute. That's what they're going to need to do. Right now, the Lights, though, their defensive secondary has been doing an excellent job of not giving Buell any targets to throw to. And so hence he has been sacked, I believe, about 5 or 6 times so far in this ball game in the first half.
Okay, after the timeout, big third down here, 3rd and 16 from the 23. Two receivers right side, two split out to the left. Buell directing his line on the left side as he'll step back into the shotgun. Buell takes a snap, it's a little high. Buell gets pressure. Buell trying to go straight ahead, gets it only to the 20-yard line on the keeper. Good for 3 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down and 13 from the 20. And that, I don't think, was the design play.
It wasn't, but again, the secondary of the Lights pretty much had everybody covered. Buell only had a situation where he could run the ball, and he did. They're going to attempt a field goal. At least they're setting up for it.
Showing that it'll be a 37-yard field goal attempt just inside the left hash mark. Drake's kick is up, and it is good. 37-yard field goal for Drake. And it's 17-12. Battlin Bears on top of a 5-point lead. 2:22 to go here in the first half of play. We'll take a timeout, come back right here on GoBatlinBears.com. Well, Dave, that was a sustaining drive for the Battlin Bears. I had it 13 plays, 56 yards in 6 minutes and 53 seconds as the kickoff goes out of bounds by Loschenkohl. And so that will be to the Lights' advantage. But the Lights trailing by 5 with 2:22 left here in the second quarter. And this is actually the first possession that they started in the second quarter. They had the ball to start the second quarter. They got it back with 39 seconds left in the first, but so kickoff out of bounds for the Battlin Bears. And it'll start at their own 35-yard line for the Lights rather than a re-kick. And bunched up formation for the Lights. Brooks under center. Right halfback goes in motion. Fake the pitch out to him. looking over the middle. Deep pass down, and that is too far out in front of the lone receiver that was on the right side. That was Devin Shelton. Boy, if that pass would have been on the money, it would have been 6.
That's the second pass that we've seen where the Lights have overthrown their intended receiver, who had a lot of daylight in front of him, had the pass been a little more accurate.
Zach Brooks converted for 27 yards out on the 4th and 12 attempt to Woodward that gave the Lights the initial 6-0 lead, but since then he has missed on his last 6 passes other than the interception on his second pass attempt. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Handoff on the carry. That's the right halfback. Oh, no, it's Dion with the carry, and he will get it up to the, we'll call it the 40-yard line, a gain of 5. I've got him for 5 carries on the afternoon for 52 yards. And I've got a whistle. And timeout called by the Battlin Bears, maybe, or Northern.
Bears took a timeout. I think they have visions of getting the ball back before halftime.
Okay, timeout with 2 minutes left. Have they gone to a 2-minute warning in football in NAIA? Because that's almost the way it seems. They didn't signal us to either one. Anyway, we'll take a timeout. We'll sort it out. 2 minutes left in the first half. 17-12. Bears on top. Back after this on GoBattleBears.com. Well, Dave, we stand corrected. There is now a 2-minute warning in the NAIA ranks. And the clock keeper was telling me that some few changes with the stoppage of the clock underneath 2 minutes as well. So we learn something here every day. 3rd and 5 from the 40-yard line. Dion with the carry. Tried to go off the right side. He'll only get up to the 43-yard line. Gain of 3 yards, but he's 2 yards short. And I imagine they will go for it. Nope, they're going to punt it away. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter of play. Battlin Bears on top 17-12. They extended the lead to 5 after the 37-yard field goal by Austin Drake ended a 6-minute and 53-yard 13-play drive. 6-minute and 53 seconds, 13 plays. So back to receive the punt. I believe that's Killian Jr. standing back there. High, spiraling punt. Gonna be fair caught.
Fair catch by number 7.
Nope, it's Kason Barnett. Barnett makes the catch, the fair catch at the 14, and that is, that would be the 14-yard line is where they will take over. First home game of the year, PA announcer and yours truly. You know, we're getting up to speed on things, but I thought it was, and then he said the 9. I'm like, wait a minute, let me look. No, it is the 14-yard line with 66 ticks left in the first half of play. Battlin Bears leading by 5. 2 receivers split out left side to the right. Buell working out of the gun as he has all game long. He's got Rooney on his right hip. Buell looking left side as he takes the snap. Buell under pressure. Buell trying to get away, and he will not get away. He'll be brought down at the 11-yard line for a loss of 3. Devin Carmona in on the stop. He's made a couple of stops on Buell this afternoon. They're going to spot it at the 12, so a loss of 2. Clock continues to run, and now we got a whistle. And timeout called by whom? Northern. They're saying, hey, maybe we can get the ball back deep in this territory. They got a block punt earlier in the game that gave them their second touchdown of the afternoon. Both of their point-after attempts have been blocked, although on the second touchdown, the initial point-after attempt was good, but they were called for a penalty, moving them back 10 yards, and Rocky blocked the second one. So Coach Sauer saying, hey, if we can get a couple of quick stops, we might have an opportunity for another blocked punt. And they returned it the previous time.
42 seconds left in the first half of play. Kind of a weird score for football here. It's a 5-point lead for Rocky Mount College here at home. Both teams looking for their first victory on the season.
Well, Western gets a touchdown from Kobe Tanioka. Returned the kickoff 105 yards for a touchdown. Western leads Eastern Oregon 35-14 with 4:43 to go in the first half. So no surprise the defensive conference champions against the Eastern Oregon Mountaineers.
Rooney, the run up the middle.
Rooney with the carry gets it up across the 15 to the 18-yard line, a gain of 6 on his 5th carry of the afternoon. And Northern does not stop the clock here as it's 3rd down and 6. So the argument that we made just a moment ago seems to be moot at this point, and Rocky's content to let the time run down, and they probably have more time on the play clock than they do on the game clock. Again, the play clocks aren't working here at Herb Klindt Field, but so they have to look at the officials. Game clock's down to 4 seconds left, and they're just going to be content to run out the first half. The Battlin Bears will take a 17-12 lead into the locker room at the end of the second quarter of play, as the Bears outscored by the Lights here in the second quarter 6-3, but the Bears have the lead by 5. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll recap the stats in the first half and tell you more about what's going on. We've got Athletic Director Jim Kleeman will also be joining us here at halftime right here on the Rocky Athletics YouTube channel and GoBatlinBears.com. Back here at Herb Klindt Field, halftime. between the Lights of MSU-Northern and the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College. 17-12 our score. Bears on top by 5. Let's recap how the scoring happened in this one. Rocky won the toss to start the football game, ended up electing to receive, and they were forced to go 3 and out after starting with the ball at their own 15-yard line, and a short punt by Loschenkall gave the Lights the ball at the Rocky 35-yard line. They would take advantage as they would go 6 plays, 35 yards in 3 minutes and 26 seconds. A 4th and 12 play from the 27-yard line, and Zach Brooks finds his man Woodward in the back of the end zone, wide open for the touchdown. The point after attempt was blocked, but the Lights had an early 6-0 lead at the 9:59 mark of quarter number 1. On the ensuing drive, the Bears would start with it at their own 26-yard line. They would not take long to go 4 plays, 74 yards in a minute and 25 seconds. It was a 53-yard quarterback keeper by Grid and Buell. Drake's point after attempt was good to give Rocky the lead, 7-6. The Bears led with 8:28 left in the first quarter of play. Lights on the ensuing possession on their 3rd play of the drive. Brooks would throw an interception to Mason Browning, who made the catch at the Northern 43-yard line. Bears took advantage of the short field. They went 4 plays in only 20 seconds. It was a 25-yard touchdown pass from Buell to Eric Lira. And Drake's point after attempt made it 14-6 Rocky. That was with 6:37 left. And that was our score after the end of the first quarter of play. Rocky leading by 8. MSU-Northern had the ball as they switched ends of the field between the first and second. They ended up going for a fake punt and had a big run of 41 yards. That was good for a first down. And then tried to go for a fake field goal on that drive and could not convert. Rocky got the ball back at the 21-yard line, but was forced to go 3 and out. And on the punt, it was blocked and recovered and returned for a touchdown by Spencer Lahrens. And again, the point after attempt was blocked for the Northern Lights, but that made it 14-12 with 9:16 left in the half. Rocky on the ensuing drive would go 13 plays, 56 yards in 6 minutes and 53 seconds. A 37-yard field goal by Austin Drake to give them the 5-point lead they have here at the halftime break. Taking a look at the individual statistics for the Battlin Bears. Graydon Buell, 14 of 19 passing for 101 yards and 1 touchdown. His longest pass of the afternoon, that 25-yard touchdown strike to Lira. And he has 1 pick on the afternoon as well, but he has completed 73.7% of his passes. He has been sacked 5 times on the afternoon. As far as receiving core, Eric Lira, he's got 2 receptions for 32 yards, including the 25-yard touchdown reception. Deniro Killian Jr., 3 receptions for 22 yards. Joseph Dwyer has 4 receptions for 17 yards. Jack Waddell, 2 catches for 12 yards. Ben Rooney, 2 for 11. And Clinton has 1 for 7 yards on the afternoon. Rushing-wise, Buell, the leading rusher, 10 attempts for 50 yards and a rushing touchdown. That was the first score of the afternoon for the Bears. Kyan Jesperson, he's got 3 carries for 22 yards. Ben Rooney with 4 carries for 20 yards on the afternoon. And Reed with 1 carry for 3 yards. Meanwhile, for the Lights, they are through the air, 27 yards through the air, as Zach Brooks, he had the initial 27-yard touchdown strike to Woodward, and he has missed on his last 5 attempts since then, as he's got 1 for 6 with the interception by Mason Browning as well. Receiving wise, well, yeah, that was Ryan Woodard, the only reception of the afternoon. Good for 25 yards and the score for the Lights. Rushing wise, Mason Dion's 15 carries for 52 yards. Lewis Thacker, 1 carry for 31 yards. That was on the fake punt. And then Zach Brooks has 2 attempts for 4 yards. And Jeremiah Benson has 2 attempts for 4 yards as well. Well, we've had an interception by each team in the first half. No fumbles to speak of in this ball game. But we've had some special teams plays that accounted for fake field goal, fake punts. The count of first down, the fake field goal was not converted on, but then a blocked punt by the Light special teams gave them their second touchdown of the afternoon. So special teams has played a factor. Of course, the Lights will have the ball to start the second half, and we'll see what will come about. First downs, that favors the Battlin Bears. 12 first downs in the first half as opposed to only 5 for the Lights. I just realized I made a mistake here on my stat sheet. I got to correct that real quick. Rushing attempts, 20 rushes in the first half for the Lights as opposed to 18 for the Bears, but 91 yards on the ground for the Lights, 95 on the ground for the Battlin Bears. And again, only 27 passing yards for the Lights. So in the first half, the Lights have a total of 118 yards of offense, whereas the Bears have 196 yards of offense in the first half. Let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have our halftime interview with Athletic Director Jim Klindt. Your halftime score, 17-12. Battlin Bears on top of the Lights here at Herb Klindt Field on GoBattlinBears.com. Back at Herb Klindt Field, it is halftime of the home opener for the Battlin Bears, 17-12. Rocky on top of the Lights of MSU-Northern. Time for our halftime interview with Athletic Director Jim Klindt. Jim, thanks for stopping up and taking a few minutes.
Absolutely. Great to be here with you.
Game day is always busy. I know you've been running around. You were just doing a presentation on the field, but what's life like for you as we get into the fall activity?
It's busy, and I love it. We got a lot going on. All of our fall sports either have kicked off or will kick off this weekend. And, no, excited for the year and excited for our kids to have the opportunity to compete.
Well, I know the volleyball team's been off to a good start in non-conference play so far. You said their conference play starts up this coming week. Correct?
That's correct. Yeah, they're off to a great start, 8-3. Coach Beaumont, obviously taking over in her first year, doing a wonderful job. Played a very competitive schedule. Took on some really good teams as they traveled both to Texas and to Illinois, and then the Big Sky Classic. So, yeah, we're excited to get them into conference play next week. They'll take on Montana Tech at their place.
Okay. And then, of course, a big crosstown rivalry in soccer going on this afternoon.
Right, yeah. So tonight, Rimrock rivalry at MSUB, and we had a thriller here a week or so ago where we had the opportunity to beat the Yellow Jackets. It was a great game, probably the biggest crowd at a soccer game, I think, since I've been the athletic director. So that was really awesome to see. Our kids really appreciate that, and the community support is always great. But when we get those type of sports sometimes that don't necessarily get we got a tremendous crowd here today, and so that was really fun to see, and so it'll be a good match tonight.
And then you said golf is starting up this weekend as well.
They are, yeah. So they'll start their Grob Spalding Cup, which is our kind of competition with MSUB. It also plays into our Rimrock rivalry. So they'll start off on Sunday. They'll go 3 different courses over the next 3 days, and again, we'll take on the Yellow Jackets. That'll be a fun and competitive one. A lot of match play in that, so that's a really fun one.
And, of course, not to be forgotten, cross country also getting underway.
And they both teams are looking really good. I think both teams are receiving votes in the national poll, and so they'll get their season started off on Monday in Butte, and looking for big things out of that group too. Coach Jackson Duffy has done a nice job kind of taking the reins and doing a really good job and recruited a great group of kids. So they'll have a great chance to compete for a conference championship. And we're fortunate this year we get to host that conference championship meet in November here in Billings.
Okay. Well, you're entering already your 4th year as athletic director at Rocky. Time flies, as they say, but do you feel like you're getting settled in at this point?
Oh, yeah. I mean, every day is a new day, and that's part of the joy of this profession is that every day brings new opportunity and new challenges and new groups of kids that we have an opportunity to impact. And so, just grateful to be in this role and to be able to serve and love our kids.
Well, I know we always are thankful for the boosters that help make things happen here. Any big projects that are coming up this year or anything that maybe people want to get involved with?
Yeah, our booster club is off to a tremendous start, and that program was something that we kind of resurrected a few years ago, and it's just it's taken off, and great opportunity to support our student athletes, be able to support our scholarship program, support our operational program. But then also, we got some swag that goes with it too. You get your opportunity to get your season tickets to get you into all sports for that too. So I always like to put a plug in for that because it's such a big impact piece that directly impacts all 431 of our student athletes that we have on campus this year.
That's amazing. What is the percentage of compared to the enrollment?
Yeah, so we're just over 50% going into this year, and that's exciting. I think this is our biggest athletic program that we've had at Rocky. At least in the history that I can find. So I think when I got here, we were about 386, and we're hovering around 430 now. So really exciting. And again, those opportunities for us don't come without the support of our fans and support of our donors to be able to make those scholarships a reality and make the operational side of it so we can give them a great student experience.
Well, lots of opportunities for fans to take in the fall sports here coming up with volleyball, golf, cross country, but then the next time this team will be back on the turf here at Herb Klindt Field, it'll be homecoming.
Homecoming, yep. We're working on there'll be some scheduling stuff that we'll be releasing here in the next week or two. That'll have some of the events that we're going to have. Talking about a alumni social kind of the night before on Friday night, and then obviously all the festivities on Saturday. Try to encourage all of our Hall of Famers and our alumni to come back and give us an opportunity to welcome them home, because that's what homecoming is about. It's about that opportunity to bring them back, let them reminisce about the great experience that they had at Rocky, and then help us celebrate with our student athletes here. So looking forward to that weekend.
Well, you've had a different vantage point to catch this game than up here in the booth. What are your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I mean, we got to play a little bit better. I think offensively we got to play a little bit better, and I'll give Northern a lot of credit. I think they're a much improved football team, and we knew that was coming. I mean, they're much more athletic, they're much more physical, and that's the test we need. We just need to execute. When I talking to Coach Stutz, after the Dickinson game, we got to execute what we coach up, and at the end of the day, it comes down to getting things done and executing the best we can.
Well, I know you're a busy man. I'll let you get back to it, but appreciate you taking the time to step up and have a few minutes with us.
Absolutely. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Athletic Director Jim Kleeman of the Battlin Bears. We'll take another timeout. Halftime score 17-12. The Bears on top of the lights here at Herb Klindt Field on GoBatlinBears.com. Back at Herb Klindt Field, halftime score 17-12. Bears on top of the lights. Dave, I notice you've been looking over some statistics there. What are you seeing?
I was looking at the schedule for Rocky coming up. Rocky on the road against Carroll College up in Helena next Saturday, 1 o'clock game. And they would dearly like to go into that game with the victory under their belt and begin the conference season by hopefully knocking off Carroll College at home. Then they come back home on the 28th. They'll be against Eastern Oregon University on September 28th here at Herb Klindt Field at 1 o'clock. They actually have 2 home games on the schedule. On October 5th, they'll be back here at Rocky against the College of Idaho. So a pretty important 3 weeks for the Battlin Bears as they go into their conference season, facing some tough competition against Carroll and the University of Idaho, as well as Southern Oregon University in games on the turf.
And, of course, looking at the Frontier Conference preseason poll as voted on by the coaches, Southern Oregon received 1 first-place vote nod, and they had 43 total vote points. They are picked 3rd in the conference this year. Carroll College picked 5th, which kind of seems like a downturn for them after so many years of dominance in the Frontier Conference. But College of Idaho has 7 first-place votes in the preseason poll. They are top. Montana Western right behind them with only 1 first-place vote, but 57 total points. And then Southern Oregon 3rd, Montana Tech 4th, Carroll 5th. Rocky is picked 6th in the preseason poll. Eastern Oregon, Arizona Christian, and MSU-Northern round it out. Well, just like that, Dave, we're going to have kickoff to start out the second half. And, of course, the Lights will get the ball to start the second half. And they got the first points of the afternoon after they forced Rocky on 3 and out and a short field, took advantage of it for an early 6-0 lead. But again, special teams have played a factor in this game. 2 block point after attempts by Rocky's special team unit, and then the block punt return for a touchdown by Northern has played a factor. As that kickoff goes into the end zone, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lights at their own 25-yard line. Dave, keys to the second half?
Well, for Rocky Mountain College, they definitely had their problems in the third quarter in the last game. That was where they gave up so many points to Dickinson. As you said, it was a good ball game up until halftime. We'll see if they can do a good defensive stand here, begin the third quarter.
Man in motion is Woodward. Handoff goes to Dion. Dion straight ahead up to the 30-yard line. They're going to spot him down at the 31, a gain of 6. Take a look at it here. Individual stats. They had officially Mason Dion 52 yards in the first half. I don't for 55, so that's not bad. On 15 carries. Oh, I gave a carry to someone else instead of him, apparently. All right. I can live with that. 2nd down and 4 from the 31-yard line. Again, that triple option formation. Benson goes in motion. The pitch back, it's going to be dropped and picked up. Right, bounce back right off the turf at the feet of Dion. He picked it up, and he was fortunate to recover that.
It was pitched behind him. He actually had to turn around and grab it with one hand, and then dribbled it once off the hard turf.
Going to be a loss of 4 yards on the play.
The ball placed on the right 27-yard line.
So it'll 3rd down and 8 from the 27-yard line. Opening possession of the second half for the Lights. 2 receivers, 1 split out either side. Dion goes set behind the quarterback, Brooks, who hands it off to Dion. He hops his way over to the 30 to the 32-yard line. A gain of 5, but short of the first down sticks.
Brought down by a host of Battlin Bears.
Well, Dion is a load to bring down. He is a 5'11". They show him on the roster at 223 pounds. Just a junior this year. And as I said, he would be a tough tackle anywhere on the field.
But the Battlin Bears defense forces the 3 and out. Switching units real quick, and we got an official timeout. Rocky calls a timeout. Coach Stutz doesn't seem very happy with that call of timeout this early as he has his hands on his hips over there on the far sideline. The unit come over to take a look at him. Well, we didn't. Yeah, we did. We did it once each quarter. Let's say it again. Rocky Mountain College has partnered with Urk Hotels for the 2023-2024 streaming. Based in Missoula, Montana, Urk Hotels has been managing and developing lodging properties in the northwestern region for more than 30 years. With their partners and investors, they have developed and built hotels in Montana, Washington, and Idaho. They currently manage over 900 guest rooms and 22,000 square feet of conference space. At Urk Hotels, they are dedicated to serving their people and property, inspiring a culture of exceptional hospitality, and delivering maximum value to their investors and partners. Thank you, Urk Hotels, for support of Rocky Mountain College athletics. And Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our sponsor for the game day. Black Hills Federal Credit Union, they're giving you the tools to manage money your way, whether you're saving for spring break, budgeting to upgrade your ramen stash, or building your credit. BHFCU can help. Stop by their West Park or Shiloh location to see how BHFCU can help support your financial goals so you can focus on the educational ones. I think that one might be focused on the students, your ramen stash, your educational needs. Of course, for the parents that have multiple youngsters, they might be in a similar spot.
Matter of priorities, a matter of priorities.
Indeed. All right, it'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go at their own 32-yard line. Sason Barnett back at his own 27, awaiting the forthcoming punt. And I do believe it should be, yeah, it is. Wyatt snap. Punt taken at the 29-yard line. Ball came out and waiting for the official signal. The lights think it's their ball. And the black hat says no, it is Rocky football.
Yeah, those are the guys that count, the
Yeah.
guys in the striped uniforms.
Appears to be in scrum for the football.
And, of course,
Recovered by Barnett.
the Lights would love to have replay review, but that's not available at this level. So it'll be Battlin Bear football for the first time in the second half at their own 30-yard line, as they were fortunate to recover the loose ball on the punt return attempt by Kason Barnett. Graydon Buell, 14 of 19 in the first half for 101 yards, and now a timeout called by Northern. So interesting, Dave, here in the first 2+ minutes. Well, there you go. Something that new that they've added to the NAIA ranks. See, they have not given me the what's different for the NAIA rules this year. And if they had, we might be able to know this stuff ahead of time. But
What are they reviewing, though?
they are reviewing as to who had recovered the football. There's an official tent down there that the referee is now standing in beyond the south end zone. So they evidently have some cameras. Now, I can't imagine it's the same camera that we have for our broadcast because we have a pretty wide shot throughout the ball game. So they must have some separate cameras that they are using to do this process. But this is new. This is not something we've had at the NAI level in the past.
I wonder what that little white tent was down there in the end zone.
ATM machine for the guys.
Yeah, there's
Get some
nobody in
cash
the
out
tent.
before that.
All by itself down there with nobody around it. But now definitely has a couple of referees inside the tent taking a look at somebody's video. Not sure exactly who recorded the video, but apparently there's somebody that has access to video that they're able to watch on that monitor down there.
Well, that is new. Clock a stop at 12:56 left here in the second half of play.
That would have been a good question for the
For Jim,
athletic.
yeah.
For Jim.
I'll
Jot that down for your next interview.
head up coach and say, hey, can we have a summary of all the changes with the rules this year?
They've made a decision. So the challenge is no good. So they're
So Northern is charged a timeout for challenging and not winning the challenge.
again, normally with a replay like that, there has to be
convincing evidence.
Convincing evidence that call was not correct on the field in order to change it.
And, of course, it would start in Rocky's advantage anyway because Rocky was deemed to have had possession. So here we go, 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Rooney. Rooney battles his way up to the 38. He went full pads into a defender and gets ahead to the 40-yard line, and they're going to move the chains. 1st down for Ben Rooney on his 5th carry of the afternoon by the official stats.
No huddle offense by Rocky.
Goes off the left side this time around, and Rooney gets it up to the 43-yard line, a gain of 3. Brayden Klein in on the stop for the Lights. 2nd down and 7 from the 43-yard line, 12:14 to go here in the 3rd quarter play. First possession of the 2nd half for the Battlin Bears, who lead by 5 over the Lights in a non-conference affair. Caught from behind that time around is Jesperson. And he is going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Number 23 on the tackle, Lucas Thacker, able to get into the backfield for no gain on the play.
Actually, no gain. Will be a 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7, ball spotted back at the 43-yard line.
All right. So 11.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Trips right side, 1 to the left. Buell out of the gun. Buell looking left side. He's looking the far sideline. He's got a man open, but it's too far out, and there's a little hitch there by Killian Jr. as he got tied up perhaps a little bit with Spencer Lorenz there. Lenners, and no flag.
Kind of looking for a flag out there because there was a big tie-up at about the 38-yard line that slowed him down enough to where he couldn't recover and get underneath the ball. So it brings up 4th and long, and it looks like Rocky's going to send their punting unit out of the field. Be punting the ball away from about the 29-yard line.
Looks like it's Jeremiah Benson back to receive the forthcoming punt.
Back deep for Northern will be number 88, Jeremiah Benson.
And Caden Lotion-Cole will punt it away. That's a much better punt than he had the first punt of the game. Ball is through the arms of the return man and recovered by the Battlin Bears. There is a flag, however, and I think a fair catch was signaled.
Well, it was kind of one of those 1-2 punch deals where he was hit immediately when he got the ball. Question is, did he get his hand up in time? You got to get it up there in time for the tackler to see it.
I didn't see who it was, the man that made the hit and recovered the ball. But the 2 officials that were back there are discussing now, giving the word to the referee. Let's see what they have to say.
There's no penalty on the play.
No penalty. So a fair catch was not called for, and the special teams has played big again for the Battlin Bears.
I think the penalty flag was thrown just so that the officials could talk it over. Again, the question probably was, did he signal for a fair catch? And the answer from the line judge was, no, he did not. And so he was fair game out there at that point. Tackled just immediately as the ball came to him. And so Rocky, with a huge break, will start work at 1st and 10. They will start work from the 12-yard line of the Lights.
Keith Hayes recovered the fumble. 1st and 10 from the 12. Handoff to Jesperson. Jesperson cuts left side, gets inside the 10, down to the 8 for a gain of 4. Jesperson's 6th carry of the afternoon for 32 yards. Bears drive kept alive after the punt. Return was dropped by Benson. So 2nd and 6 from the 8-yard line. 2 receivers right side. In the slot is Dwyer. Wide right is Waddell. Split out to the left, Killian Jr. And I believe it is, let's see, who is that man on the left slot? Looks like Donovan Clinton. Pass over the middle, complete to Dwyer. Dwyer's going to get into the end zone from 8 yards out. He was cutting across the field right to left, and he gets in for the touchdown for the Battlin Bears with 10:19 to go in the third.
From Clayton Mule for 6 for the Battlin Bears.
Dwyer's first touchdown reception of the year goes for 8 yards.
Point will be Austin Drake.
And the Battlin Bears are up double digits with the extra point pending. Here's the hold by Buell. The kick is on its way by Drake. It is up and good. Rocky Mountain College leads by a score of 24-12. They have doubled up the lights here with 10:19 to go in the third quarter of play. We'll take a timeout and come back here at Herb Klindt Field. Home opener for the Bears against the lights on GoBatlinBears.com.
Back deep for Northern.
Lotion cool to kick it off for the Battlin Bears.
Coulter, Wolfstead.
Benser and Wolstad back to receive. Wolstad will receive the kickoff inside the 5, and he has a nice return out across the 25 and across the 30. They're going to mark him down where? They're going to say actually he was brought down at the 29. So nice return for Wolstad. And it'll give the Lions the ball at their own 29-yard line with 10:13 to go, but they are now trailing by 12. 24-14 after the punt return was dropped. The fumble recovered for the Bears by Keith Hayes. And 3 plays later, a touchdown for the Bears. Handoff to Dion. He's not going anywhere that time around as he tried to go straight ahead. He gets up. Well, they're going to give him about 3 yards on the carry.
John Aragon on the initial tackle for the Battlin Bears, number 8.
That's his 19th carry of the afternoon for Mason Dion. Played at Western before transferring to Northern. But Dion, originally a Havre kid, so back home, the former Blue Pony. 2nd down and 7 from the 32-yard line, 9:38 and counting here in the third. Bears leading the Lights by 12. Lights with their second possession of the second half. Their first one, they went 3 and out. Hand off to Dion. He tried to go off the right guard, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield that time around. Mason Browning gets to him. Mason had the big interception in the first quarter that accounted for the Bears going for a touchdown. It'll be a gain of a yard, they say, on the 20th carry of the afternoon by Dion. So
big third down play for the Bears if they can hold here, force another punt.
the bench for Rocky Mountain College doing the cheer there on the sideline, the oh that you hear. 8:51 and counting. 3rd down and 6 from the Lights 33-yard line. Man in motion. They're going to fake the pitch out to him. Looking right side. Pass is intercepted at the 43-yard line. Battlin Bears interception for Cade Reynolds.
Got a late flag out there. May have been a little bit too much celebration on the part of the Bears.
Quick flags on the far sideline where Cade went to the turf after completing the interception.
The result of a play is an interception. After the play, unsportsmanlike, number 17. That's his first unsportsmanlike towards disqualification. First down, Rocky.
Unsportsmanlike conduct called against Cade Reynolds, who made the interception, and he was a little too excited about it, so they got to mark off 15 yards. That's the 5th penalty of the afternoon called against the Battlin Bears, but The Bears will gladly take it back, as that is the second interception of the afternoon of Zach Brooks. Mason Browning had the first one, and now Reynolds with the second one. As the Bears will start with it now at their own 44-yard line with 8:40 to go in the third, leading by 12 points over the lights of MSU-Northern. This is a non-conference affair. Conference play starts next week. Fake handoff, rolling out to his left, now tossing it out of bounds, and there's a flag, and this is going to be a late hit on the quarterback as Buell got the pass off and then got a lick laid on him there. I believe it's going to go, it's either against Devin Carmona or against Wiley Snap. We'll see.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 44 on the order, 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Well, that personal foul against Snap, that negates the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct that Reynolds picked up after the interception. So Bears back into Lights territory. And, of course, it'll be a first down as a result of the penalty.
Actually going to mark that off from the previous spot.
Yep.
So
it was an incomplete pass. So first and 10 now from the 41 of the Lights. Tight end in motion. Handoff goes to Rooney. Rooney trying to work his way up the left side. Rooney gets inside the 35. A flag came in from the official on the far side of the backfield. That's usually indicative of a hold. The umpire to throw the flag. And the referee signals holding indeed. So sixth penalty of the afternoon against the Bears. They had 7 last week against DSU. You getting ready to strike?
Yeah, I got a little pesky fly here that's decided he wants to be my friend.
There have been a couple bees as well. 8:27 left on the clock into the third quarter of play. 24-12 is our score. Bears on top of the Lights. Bears, after the second interception of the afternoon, are into Northern territory. Here's a handoff to Rooney. He goes across the midfield line, and Rooney gets it up to the 46 of the Lights, a gain of 5. And technically, they were back in their own territory after the holding penalty marked it backwards. But Rooney on his 8th carry has 45 yards on the rushing stat line this afternoon.
Second down, 14 yards to go for the first down for the Bears.
2 receivers right side, 1 receiver left. Jesperson off the left hip. Jesperson takes the screen pass and a great open field tackle by Spencer Lenners. Brings Jesperson down immediately. They're going to spot it ahead for a yard. 16 of 22 passing for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns for Graydon Buell on the afternoon. 3rd down and 13 from the 45-yard line. Rolling out to his right. Pass complete at the 37 and out of bounds is Jack Waddell. He knew where he had to be to keep his feet in bounds for the catch. He's going to get up to the 38, a gain of 6, but he's 8 yards short of the first down.
So that brings up 4th down. About 7 yards to go for the first down. Looks like the Bears are going to go for it on 4th down.
So they have 2 receivers split out to the left side, 1 receiver right. Now that's Dwyer goes in motion to the left. Buell out of the gun. He's got Jesperson on his right hip and a yard back. Looking left is Buell. Buell feeling pressure. Buell rolling out to his right. Buell looking toward the near sideline. Buell goes out of bounds on the keeper to the 29-yard line. A hit there as he was going out of bounds. No flag. He gets to the 29. He got the 8 yards plus a yard. He got 9 yards on the carry and will move the chains for the Bears.
Made something out of nothing. He was flushed out of the pocket, used his speed to get upfield, and he knew where the first down marker was at, and so he aimed for a spot just beyond that, out of bounds for the first down.
I've got Buell 11 carries for 63 yards on the afternoon. Of course, he had the 53-yard touchdown run in the first half. And a timeout called by the Lights, and Lights defensive unit not very happy is Lucas Thacker, who had a big play in the first half. He clapped his hands as he came over to the near sideline. We'll take a timeout. 6:53 left here in the third. Rocky leading Northern 24-12 here on GoBatlinBears.com. Well, we come back from the timeout. Rocky breaking the huddle second as the officials sharing a little liquid refreshment there on a hot afternoon. It's now 91 degrees here in Billings. 6:53 to go left here in the third quarter of play. Bears with it 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line of the Lights. Bears leading by 12 in their home opener of the 2024 season, looking for their first win of the year. 3 receivers to the left side. 1 receiver right side, that is Jack Waddell. Buell switching up the play. Takes the snap. Hands it off straight ahead. Jesperson gets it down inside the 25. No, that is Rooney. Going to call it, gain of 4 on the carry by Rooney, his 9th of the afternoon. 6.5 minutes to go. Quickly back ready for the next play on 2nd and 6 from the 25. Trips left side. Waddell split out to the right. Fake the pitch out. Straight ahead for Buell. Buell gets inside the 20 down to the 16, make it 17-yard line. But it's a pickup of 8 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Right now, the Bears preferring to keep it on the ground. Look at the clock run. Be their friend as they move deeper into Lights territory.
Rocky last week only 56 yards on the ground. They have well surpassed that in the first half alone. Dwyer goes in motion from right to left. He'll set up as the receiver inside here on the Trips left. Rooney on the left hip. Fake handoff. Buell on the keeper. Buell. Boy, I thought for a moment he was looking like he was going to try and pitch it out, but he didn't have anybody to pitch it to, so he's able to get down to about the 12-yard line, a gain of 5 on his 3rd consecutive carry. Buell last week, 54 yards positive on 24 carries, and already 76 yards this afternoon on 13 rush attempts. He's been stopped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times for a loss. 2nd down and 5 from the 12, coming up on the 5-minute mark of the 3rd. Rocky looking for another score, leading by 12. Buell rolling out. It's got a Dwyer at catch made at the 13. Dwyer goes backwards as a good stop there for the defense for the Lights. That is Tyshawn Rainey with the stop. And Dwyer is going to go for no gain.
Actually gave him some forward progress there. Even though he had backed up on his own, they still got him back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 6.
Trips left side. Buell looking. Buell. Pump fakes. Buell rolling out to his right. Looking toward the end zone. He'll float it up out of bounds, and he didn't have anybody open, so he wisely threw it away so that he would not get tackled for a loss. He was outside the line, so no chance for a
intentional grounding
call. Austin Drake on to attempt what would be a 30-yard field goal attempt. He was successful from 37 yards out in the first half. 4:16 left in the 3rd. Rocky. Here's the snap, the hole. The kick's on its way, and it is good. 30-yard field goal by Austin Drake. His 2nd one of the afternoon gives Rocky an extension to their lead. It's now 27-12. Rocky on top by 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. We'll take a timeout, come back and recap where we are with 4:12 left in the 3rd. Rocky on top of Northern. 27-12 here on GoBatlinBears.com. Well, Dave, Rocky has scored on 5 of their 9 possessions this afternoon, and they lead 27-12 over the Lights of MSU-Northern. Loschenkall will kick it away, and a spiraling end-over-end kick goes through the back of the end zone for the touchback, his second touchback of the afternoon. So the Lights will once again start with it at their own 25, 4:12 to go, trailing by 15 points to Rocky Mountain College. Lights were held to 6 points last week on the road at Mayville State. Rocky was held to 17 points in the game at Dickinson last week. And so the offense has showed up for both teams, but special teams has definitely played a factor in today's game. 1st and 10 for the 25. Benson in motion. Hand off to Dion. Dion will be upended as he tried to stiff arm his way on the outside there around the right tackle. I'm not sure who got the stop.
Was the guy in the black.
There we go. McCallum Castile. 5'10", 175-pound sophomore. Gain of 2 on the rush by Dion, his 21st carry of the afternoon. Yeoman's work for the young man out of Havre. Hand off to him once again. He goes in between left guard and tackle. Found a hole. Gets up to the 35-yard line for a gain of 8, and that should be just enough for the first down.
He is brought down again by Castile.
Castile again on the stop. And Dave, that is only the 6th first down of the afternoon for the Lights.
Yeah, and they just got it by about 6 inches, too.
Yeah. If you recall, the second touchdown they scored was actually on the block punt that was recovered and taken into the end zone. So they haven't had a lot of offense, only had 118 total yards of offense in the first half. Here's a handoff. Brooks nearly didn't get that off in time to Dion as there was contact in the backfield. The play coming in late from the referee. And we'll see if this one gets called back. Got it up to the 40, a gain of 5. Dion on the carry. Legal block, personal foul called against Northern. Second personal foul of the afternoon against the Lights. Backs him back 15 yards. There'll be a gain of 5 on the carry by Dion, but then moving backwards. Actually, they're going to say no, they don't get the yardage on the play. So 1st and 25 from the 20-yard line. Ball in between the hash marks. Northern going towards the southern end zone here in the third quarter. It's going to be a keeper by Brooks. He gets across the 25. Bulls his way ahead to the 27-yard line, a gain of 7. Only his 3rd carry of the afternoon. Coming up on 2 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the third quarter.
2nd and 18.
Northern looking for their first points since the touchdown in the second quarter. And there's a carry that's not going to go anywhere. They're going to, well, I say a yard. The carry by Dion. Nope. That was not Dion that time around. That was number 33, Jackson Parkinson.
Bring up a 3rd down and 16 for the Lights.
Parkinson gets his first carry of the afternoon. But 3rd down and 18 yards to go for the first down. Brooks looking left. Brooks has a man. That's Benson. Benson makes a nice catch at the 43. He was backpedaling as he made the catch, gets across the 45 up to the 48-yard line. Good for 21 yards and a first down.
Nice 360 catch by the Northern Lights for the first down that time.
Daniel Dominguez.
Ball was actually thrown behind the receiver.
That is only the second pass completion
MSU-Northern.
for the Lights for Brooks and the second passing first down, as it turns out. 1st and 10 from the 48. Pitch out to Dion. He comes right side. Dion's got some blockers, gets across midfield down to the Rocky 47-yard line, a gain of 5.
Daniel Dominguez again on the tackle for the Battlin Bears. Result of the play will bring up a
Second down and 5 with under a minute to go in the third.
At the 47-yard line.
.25 seconds left on the game clock. Keeper by Brooks. Brooks down inside the 40. He's got the first down. He's going to be marked down at the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9 yards and move the chains again.
Dylan Dinas on the tackle. Result of the play is going to be a
Dinas on the tackle for the Battlin Bears.
territory at the 38-yard line.
That'll be the last play of the third quarter as the clock expires. So when we come back, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Northern Lights. Our score at the end of the third quarter, 27-12. Rocky has the lead. We'll be back on GoBattlinBears.com.
Well, Rocky outscored Northern 10-0 in the third, thanks in part to a fumbled punt return that they were able to convert for a touchdown. And we've got the carry. Keeper by Brooks. Doesn't go for much.
H.U. Peter now on the tackle for the Battlin Bears. Pickup of 1 on the play will bring up
Call it a gain of 1 on the carry by Brooks. His 5th carry of the afternoon. 9th play of the drive coming up for the Lights. It's only their 3rd possession of the second half. They trail 27-12. 14:20 left in regulation. Benson goes in motion from the left halfback spot. Hand off Dion. He found a hole. Dion carrying 2 black jerseys with him. Gets all the way down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. And that is a tough man to bring down.
Once he got up ahead of steam, like you said, it took a couple of tacklers to wrestle him down, but a gain on the play that's going to bring up first down, ball at the 21-yard line.
Tayson Genatone was one of the 2 Rocky defenders that was trying to bring him down from behind. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. One receiver split out to the right side. That is Coulter Wolstead. And a carry by Dion that time around is not going to go for much, as it may be a hard-fought 2 yards. Nope. Yeah, it is a different man on the carry. Lots of different players getting touches. Ashton Grover with the carry that time around for 2. So 2nd down and 8 from the 19-yard line of Rocky. 13-10 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Bears leading by 15. Devin Shelton trotting out. He didn't even join the huddle. He just trotted out wide to the left. Wolstead on the right side. Handoff goes to Jackson Parkinson, and Parkinson, did he get a yard? Maybe. Yeah, it looks like it. That's it. Bunch of Bears in there on the stop. Jabari Madison Jr. and Cole Curry in on the stop for the Battlin Bears. Cole Curry, a 6'1", 254-pound senior out of Billings, played for MSU-Northern prior to transferring here. 3rd down and 8 from the 18-yard line. Again, 2 receivers, 1 split out either side. 2 tight ends as well. Left halfback goes in motion. And Brooks not going anywhere that time. The big man on the stop, John Aragon, the 6'1", 270-pound junior out of Chino, California, makes the stop for no gain on Brooks. And it'll be 4th and 8 from the 18. Brooks halfway between the huddle and the bench here on the east side of the field. Gets the play, goes back to the huddle. Takes a knee as he's trying to catch his breath. 11:43 and counting in regulation. Again, no play clock showing, so we can't see it, but they're not counting down. There's the 5, 4, 3, 2. But some slow seconds there. Time gets off. Pass complete on the left side to Wolstad, and he is caught almost immediately after the catch. He was behind the line of scrimmage, gets down inside the 17 to the 16-yard line, a catch of 2 yards, but a good stop on 4th and 8 for the Battlin Bears, and they will take over.
Also, with an assist, football be turned over on downs. The Rocky Mountain College football, 1st and 10.
So the Bears turn it over on downs, or I should say the Lights turn it over on downs to the Bears. Bears will start with it at their own 16-yard line, leading by 15 points. Let's see if they keep it on the ground as they did for most of that last drive. Here's the handoff to Rooney. Rooney got a little hole quickly across the 20 up to the 22-yard line for a gain of 6. Rooney's 10th carry of the afternoon. I've got him 10 rushes for 55 yards. Carmona in on the stop for the Lights, but time continues to wind off the clock here in the 4th. Down under 11 minutes to go. Battlin Bears leading by 15. Man in motion there on the right side. He'll come across, set up on the left side in the tight end slot. And Rooney again on the carry, gets up to the 25, a gain of 3 yards.
How about that offensive line for the Bears, folks?
Battlin Bears continuing to move the ball on the ground. Just a quick look here, 167 yards on the ground is what I have them for unofficially this afternoon, as opposed to the 56 they were held to against the Blue Hawks last weekend. 3rd down and 1 from the 25-yard line. It's going to be a keeper by Buell this time. Buell fighting for it. Boy, it's going to be close, but I think he's got enough. And the referee says, yes, he does have enough yardage for the first down. It's his first carry of the 4th quarter for Graydon Buell.
Results in a Rocky Mountain College.
That is the 16th first down of the afternoon for the Battlin Bears. Braden Klein was looking for a play call as the handoff straight up the middle. Jesperson gets it up to the 39-yard line. Check that, 34. A gain of 8. Jesperson on his 7th carry of the day. I've got him for 40 yards of offense.
Pickup of 8 yards.
2nd and 2 from the 34-yard line. They've already chewed off 2 minutes and 10 seconds on this drive. Bears leading by 15. Buell got time. Buell looking down the far sideline. It's got a man open, and it's just outside the diving reach of Killian Jr. as he tried to dive for it at the 25-yard line of the Lights. Boy, I like the call.
3rd down and 2.
And a nice touch on it by Buell. He made sure his man was the only one who was going to get to it. Just a little too far out in front.
Timeout, officials.
Officials call a timeout. if you would.
We have a timeout on the field. Billings Hotel and Convention Center sponsors all timeout breaks for the 24-25 season. Billings Hotel and Convention Center has 230 updated rooms, a casino, a club lounge, coffee shop, pool, hot tub, and water slides. Billings Hotel can hold events for up to 800 people. Billings Hotel hopes to see you soon for your stay or your next event. So a big thank you to Billings Hotel and Convention Center for your continued support. Sponsor of timeouts here at Herb Klindt Field as Rocky leading 27-12. A timeout has been called as we have an injured player for the Northern Lights down on the field. And we're going to see a lot of that. I think it's just the heat out there starting to get to the players a little bit.
It's actually a Rocky play. I believe it's Joseph Dwyer. Double check here. Nope, it is Eric Lira. Lira had the touchdown reception in the first half. And, yeah, he's limping off. It is 91 degrees according to the weather app. And, Dave, I realized why there was a difference between what you had on the weather app to start the ball game and what I had.
And
my weather app was in a different location. It was still in Salt Lake City. I don't know why it was in Salt Lake. But Lira is walking off under his own play.
Siri didn't tell me where she was at, so she could have been in Denver for all we know.
No, it's one of those afternoons with very, very little wind blowing this afternoon and no cloud cover. It's just a hot afternoon here the first weekend of September, and definitely a lot of cramps happening on the field. Fortunately, people have been able to walk off under their own. Make sure you eat your bananas and drink your Gatorade.
I was looking down there. I didn't see any bananas on the sidelines here for Northern.
Nice little hop by Buell. Got over the initial defender in the backfield. Gets his way across the 35 up to the 38. A gain of 4 yards and moved the chains for Graydon Buell and the Battlin Bears. I had a banana even this morning, so I was trying to ward off, any low potassium level.
I have instructions from your mother to go pick up bananas. So
okay.
I'm restocking for tonight.
Very good. Here's a handoff. And is that Jesperson? It is. Kai Jesperson will get a hard-fought yard trying to go off the right guard. Well, the Bears' rushing offense has found its form this afternoon against the Lions. Again, they were held to 56 yards against the Blue Hawks last week. And, of course, some of that you can probably attribute to the fact that they were down for a good portion of the second half as they ended up with 280 yards through the air. But the rushing offenses look good for the Bears. There's a pass complete to Jack Waddell. He gets it at the 46, spins and goes out of bounds. A gain of 6 yards on the reception by Waddell. 19 of 26 passing for 121 yards. And 2 touchdowns and interception as well for Graydon Buell. Buell, the returning quarterback out of Cheyenne, Wyoming, played for North Dakota State College of Science before he transferred to Rocky last year. 6'2", 215-pound senior, leading this Rocky offense to their hopeful first win of the season. And as a play came in as a pass complete to Dwyer. Dwyer got it up to midfield, but the pass came in there from the side judge on the far side, and now Dwyer is down trying to get a calf stretched out. Electrolytes are needed. Potassium is needed this afternoon. And the referee hasn't given us a signal yet.
I've got a text here from Rocky alumni, Gary Barnt. Says he and 387 of his fellow schoolmates are watching the game down in Texas.
All right.
I'm not real sure exactly where that's at or whether that's an accurate number, but he says 387 others and me are watching the game. So howdy to Gary and Chris. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast.
Well, the result of the play was a first down. They initially put it on the 49 of the Lights. Now they move it back to the 49 of the Battlin Bears.
Garbage receptacles are located on the walkway in front of the stands and in the concession
That is the 18th first down by my count this afternoon for Rocky. They lead by 15, 7:12 left in regulation. After 3 in Dillon, Western leads Eastern Oregon 56-21. Here's going to be a handoff, and Ben Rooney around the right side gets it down to the 45-yard line, a gain of 6 on Rooney's 16th carry of the afternoon. Wonder if Gary and Chris were leading the charge in setting up that watch party, or who else of the Rocky alum down in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. But thanks for watching this afternoon. 2nd and 4 from the 45. Battlin Bears looking to run out the final 6.5 minutes of this one, leading by 15. Trips left side. Handoff, Rooney straight ahead. Rooney following a blocker. Rooney's got a hole inside the 30 down to the 25. He's finally brought down at the 24-yard line. A gain of 21 yards and another Battlin Bear first down.
Looks like we've got a Lights player that did not get up after that play.
Ben Rooney, the 5'9", 165-pound senior out of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Played for Hamilton High School. And Rooney, who had seen limited action the last few years, has become the primary back, and he has done a nice job. Last week, he went 9 carries for 26 yards. This week, he's gone 12 carries for 79 yards on the ground. Part of a very potent running game for the Bears this afternoon.
Again, we'd like to thank you all for coming out.
And as Dave mentioned, we've got a timeout on the field as they are attending to one of the Lights players. Some of the staff for the Bears over there on top of the Lights trainer. 6:09 left on the clock. Let's take a quick timeout here. Rocky leading 27-12. Back in a moment on GoBatlinBears.com. Back here at Herb Klindt Field, Crawford Terry is walking under his own power, but he's got staff on either side of him. Terry had a big play earlier in the game as he had an interception back in the second quarter against Graydon Buell, but he is walking over here to the sideline. The Havre Blue Pony will make his way over here to the bench. Battlin Bears, Kyan Jesperson gets away from the initial man that met him in the backfield and goes forward down to the 21-yard line for a gain of 3.
Initial hit by number 23, Lucas Thacker.
23, he's got to go for a play.
23 lost his helmet, the Lights, and so he has to come out for a play. And I believe that was the man who made the stop. Yeah, Lucas Thacker. But he has to come out after the helmet came off, completing the tackle. 2nd down and 7 from the 21-yard line. We've got 5.5 to go in this one. Rocky in Lights territory, leading by 15. Handoff to Jesperson. Jesperson cut left, cut back right. Not very far because he was planning on going ahead, and he is slow to get up. Jesperson hopping a little bit. And he's going to hop off as he calls a replacement in. He picked up 3 yards on that carry. So 3rd down and 4 yards to go for the first down. Already the 10 plays on this drive for the Battlin Bears. Rolling out to his left. There's a first pass play of this one. It is going to be completed at the 15. Forward progress given to the receiver, Jack Waddell, before he is taken back by a couple of defenders, including Spencer Letters. It's going to be 4th down and 2. And they are going to look to take a knee. As they don't want to know, they're going to push. The old push, tush push. Get it down inside the 15. Night light signaling that they thought they were able to stop the Bears short.
See where that ball is spotted.
They spotted at the 14. It was at the 15. They needed just over a yard, it looks like, from the markers here on the near side. Let's see if they got a measurement. Nope. Referee says it's good. Buell gets the first down following his offensive line for the Battlin Bears. Their 19th first down of the afternoon. Derek Staples, Josiah Quint, Alex Hernandez, Ivan Olivas, and Aaron Richardson doing a great job this afternoon for the Bears. 1st and 10 from the 14. Trips right side. Hand off to Rooney. Rooney met behind the line of scrimmage. Rooney brought down as he got forward back to the original line of scrimmage. Devin Carmona in on the stop for the Northern Lights. And they do say back to the line of scrimmage for Mr. Rooney.
Play of about a half a yard. Bring up 2nd and 11.
Oh, really? Now they do mark it back. I thought the official's standing at the 14 there. All right. Half-yard loss. I'll put a yard down on the stat sheet. I don't do half yards. 2:48 and counting here in the 4th. Pitch out to Rooney. Rooney cuts inside. Rooney down inside the 10. Ball comes loose. It was shoveled out to Rooney, and it is recovered by the Lights. So that will be a fumble and turnover for the Battlin Bears.
Ball we placed on the 11-yard line.
And that's unfortunate as the Bears were trying to just run it out. Ball recovered at the 11-yard line. 2:39 left in the 4th. Starting with it at their own 11 are the Lights, trailing by 15. Watkins on the recovery for MSU-Northern. Pass out on the left side. It is complete to Wolstead. Wolstead made the catch at the 15, and he gets it up to the 17-yard line, a gain of 6. I've got 56 yards on 4 of 11 passing. Excuse me. That should not be 4 of 11. That should be 4 of 10. As there was a special teams play earlier that went for naught for the Lights back in the first half. Rolling out, and we got a new quarterback in there, Dave. As this is Chance Fields in at quarterback. So
junior Chance Fields was warming up, and they snuck him in there on us. But he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss on the play. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Lights, and a timeout was called.
Yes, you may pick up around your seating area so we can keep this beautiful Herb Klindt Field as clean as possible.
So with the timeout, just under 2 minutes to go, and this is the 2-minute warning that has been implemented into the NAIA ranks this year.
And thanks for joining us today to root on your
3rd down and 11. Ball back at the 10-yard line after the loss of 7 yards by the new QB, Chance Fields. Fields, 6'2", 206-pound junior out of Lewistown, Montana, the former Golden Eagle. Fergus High. They've had a pretty good run the last few years in both football and basketball in the Class A ranks. Well, Dave, Coach Kleeman talked about during our halftime interview, but this is a much improved Northern team from what we've seen the last few years.
It is, and watching them here in this quarter of play, they've started to put in some other players. This is a non-conference game, so it's kind of a tune-up game for them, and they're looking to give some guys some experience.
Fields under center, takes the snap. Fields rolling out to his right. Fields looking to the near sideline. He's got a man, and it's over the head of the intended receiver.
number 84, Reed Woodward.
Supposed to be over here for Woodward, and it goes incomplete.
40 in for MSU-Northern.
Incomplete pass does stop the clock with 1:50 to go in the ball game.
For the Battlin Bears will be number 7, Mason Barnett.
So the Lights will not try any trickery this time around. One wouldn't think when you are basically punting out of your own end zone and you're down by 15, you need more than just one score. We saw them with a fake punt earlier that they went for 31 yards to convert. And that one almost had a Rocky special teams man get to it. The punt is away. It bounces the 40, takes a very good roll for Northern. I like the body language there. Is one of the special teams returners, Hayden Murphy, the tight end out of Sultan, Washington. He was trying to wave it along like the old play up the foul line on the third base side where they're trying to, get the ball to go foul, or in this case, an extra few yards. It rolls back to the 34-yard line. That is where the Battlin Bears will take over what should be the final time, as they should be able to take one play and then victory formation from here on out. Well, the Bears going to get their first win of the year here at home. Always good to start with a victory at home. And they've got a tough matchup next weekend on the road at Carroll. Here's the handoff on the delay. Nice little run by Rooney. He's thinking, nah, I'm not just going to get a few yards. I'm going to try for the first down, and he picks up 9 in the process.
About a half yard short of the first down. Minute 22 to go in the ball game. I think if they get one first down here, they can
take the knee
take
after
the
that.
knee in the victory formation.
Yep. And they're taking much time off the game clock as they can. Play clock again. We don't have the visual reference, but the officials counting it down. Here's the snap. Buell hands it off to Rooney. Rooney's got the first down and more as he gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line before he's pushed backwards. A gain of 3. And another first down for the Battlin Bears. His 15th carry nets Ben Rooney with 90 yards, according to my stat sheet. The 20th first down of the contest for the Bears, and we've got 50 seconds to go in this one.
For a great game today by the RMC special teams, offense, defense.
Battlin Bears. They had a few turnovers, but they have played an otherwise pretty good all-around game for their home opener, and the knee taken by Buell at the 45-yard line, and that should be the final play in this one. The final score this afternoon here at Herb Klindt Field, 27-12, Battlin Bears over the Lights of MSU-Northern. We'll go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, we'll recap how we got the scoring in this one. You're watching Battlin Bears football on Rocky Athletics YouTube channel and GoBatlinBears.com. Back here at Herb Klindt Field, a good way for the Battlin Bears to get their first win of the year as they win their home opener against the Lights of MSU-Northern. The final score in this one, 27-12. Let's recap how the scoring happened in this ball game. Take you back to the first half. MSU-Northern didn't win the toss. Rocky won, and they elected to receive. And so what did they do? They decided to receive the football, but they went 3 and out and a short punt off of the leg of Mr. still getting used to his name because he is new, Caden Loshenko. And that gave the Lights the ball at the Rocky 35-yard line. It would take them 6 plays to go to that 35 yards in 3 minutes and 26 seconds. They converted on a 4th and 12 play from 27 yards out. It was Brooks with the pass to Reed Woodward. The point after attempt was blocked, but Lights had the early 6-0 lead at the 9:59 mark of the first quarter. Rocky on the ensuing drive, they made quick work as they start with at their own 26-yard line, and 4 plays later, it was a 53-yard touchdown run by Graydon Buell, his first rushing touchdown of the year. Drake's point after attempt was good to give Rocky the lead for good, as it turns out. That came at the 8:28 mark of the first quarter. Rocky on the ensuing possession would score another touchdown as they would take advantage of an interception by Mason Browning at the Northern 43-yard line. It only took 20 seconds to go 4 plays, 43 yards. Rocky scored on the 25-yard touchdown pass from Graydon Buell to Eric Lira. Drake's point after attempt was good. It was 14-6 Rocky with 6:37 left in the first. That was our score after the first quarter of play. Rocky leading by 8. Northern would get their last points in the second quarter as they would end up getting a block punt by Spencer Larens, and the point after attempt initially was good, but they were penalized. Second attempt was no good. It was blocked again by Rocky's special teams, so that made it 14-12 at the 9:16 mark of the second quarter. Rocky would get a 37-yard field goal by Austin Drake with 2:22 left, and at the end of the first half, it was 17-12, Rocky on top. Northern got the ball to start the second half. They were forced to go 3 and out, and Rocky on the ensuing drive, what did they do? Well, they start with it at their own 30, and they marched 70 yards in 2 minutes. And I didn't write that down right. It would be 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Rocky scored on an 8-yard touchdown pass from Graydon Buell to Joseph Dwyer. Drake's point after attempt was good. It was 24-12 Rocky with 10:19 left in the third quarter of play. The ensuing possession for the Lights, an interception thrown by Brooks on the third play, intercepted by Cade Reynolds. And the Bears, who took over on their own 44, they would go 36 yards in 4 minutes and 26 seconds. It was a 30-yard field goal by Austin Drake to make it 27-12 with 4:16 left in the third. And as it turns out, that was all the scoring we'd have. No points in the fourth quarter, but Rocky putting together a very long drive in the fourth quarter that ended, unfortunately, in a fumble. Otherwise, Rocky probably would have put some more points on the board.
Yeah, they would have closed it out one way or the other, but again, a good effort by Rocky Mountain College. And we have to really hand it to Rocky's special teams as they did really well here today, although Northern had some highlights for the special teams as well. But you got to really hand it to the Rocky offense. They controlled the play. They, as far as minutes with the ball, they outdid the Northern Lights over the entire ball game as far as controlling the tempo and controlling the ball. They did a lot of it on the ground. I was really impressed with Rocky's ability to move the ball on the ground against the Northern Lights defense here in this ball game. Again, we did see a lot of substituting in the second half as both teams started to use their reserve players to try to give them some experience at the varsity level here at Rocky in the second half of play. But again, Rocky sets themselves up for a good trip up to Helena, take on Carroll College in what could be a really exciting ball game next weekend.
Well, we finally got the official stats here for the Battlin Bears. Graydon Buell, 21 of 29 through the air for 128 yards and 2 touchdown passes. He did have the 1 pick in the first half, but the touchdown passes to Eric Lira and Joseph Dwyer on a nice afternoon through the air for Buell. Not necessarily yardage-wise, only 128 yards, but he completed 72.5% of his passes on the afternoon. Speaking of the receiving corps, the leading receiver reception-wise, number of receptions, was Joseph Dwyer with 7 receptions for 27 yards and the touchdown there in the third. 5 receptions for 28 yards for Jack Waddell. Eric Lira, 2 receptions for 32 yards and the 25-yard score. That was the first touchdown of the afternoon for the Bears back in the first quarter. 3 receptions for 22 yards for De Niro Killian Jr. Ben Rooney, 2 receptions for 11 yards. Clinton was 1 catch for 7, and Kyan Jesperson had 1 catch for 1 yard on the afternoon. On the ground, Ben Rooney, 16 carries for 93 yards. On the day, his longest rush was for 21 yards. Graydon Buell, 17 carries for 79 net yards. He had the touchdown scamper for 53 yards for the opening score for the Bears. Kyan Jesperson, he had 9 carries for 41 yards. He was not stopped for a loss this afternoon. And Mr. Reed had 1 carry for 3 yards on the ground. Fumbles, well, Kason Barnett had 1 fumble that he was able to recover. And Ben Rooney did lose a fumble there in the second half. So the Battlin Bears 1 for 2 in fumbles, and then the 1 interception by Buell on the day. Meanwhile, for the Northern Lights, they had Zach Brooks went 4 of 10 through the air for 56 yards, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. And then Fields came on. He was 0 for 1 late in the game. Carmona had the fake field goal pass attempt back in the first half, and he went 0 for 1 in that one. Receiving wise, Reed Woodward had 1 reception for 27 yards. That was the touchdown in the first half. Jeremiah Benson, 1 reception for 21 yards, and Coulter Wolstead had 2 receptions for 8 yards in the contest. Rushing wise, Mason Dion, the leading rusher for the Lights. He had 25 carries for 94 yards. Lucas Thacker, 1 carry for 31 yards. Zach Brooks, 6 carries for 21 yards. Benson was 2 for 4. Grover, 1 for 2. Parkinson, 1 carry for a yard. And Fields had 1 carry for -7 yards as he was sacked there late in the ball game. A fumble lost by Jeremiah Benson, and then the 2 interceptions for Rocky account for the 3 turnovers by the Lights this afternoon. Team offensive wise, if we can get the team stats to pull up. There we go. Rocky with 23 first downs in the ballgame as opposed to only 9 for the Lights. Total yardage wise, let's see here how they have it set up. Well, receiving yards, Rocky had 128 through the air and 216 on the ground. So Rocky with a total of 344 yards of offense this afternoon, as opposed to the Lights, who had 146 on the ground and 56 through the air, or 202 yards of offense. And there, I finally found where that is on the stat sheet. I was doing the math on the go there. I felt pretty good about that. Biggest thing that sticks out to me, Dave, apart from the special teams play and the 3 turnovers by the Lights, the time of possession really plays a factor in favor of the Battlin Bears this afternoon, as the Lights had a number of 3-and-outs, and I'm looking for the time of possession on this stat sheet, and it's not showing it to me there, so let's see if I can find it another way. But in your mind, I think it was a big factor.
Yeah, it definitely was. Time of possession. Just as watching the ball game here from our vantage point, it looked like Rocky did control the tempo throughout the entire ball game. And again, they did it on the ground. They used the clock. They gained the yards that they needed to gain, moved the chains, and basically controlled the tempo of the game overall.
Just found it, and interestingly enough, only 33:50 time of possession for Rocky as opposed to 26:10 for the Lights this afternoon. But it goes into the scorebook as a victory for the Battlin Bears. They will hit the road next weekend to take on the Fighting Saints of Carroll College. That'll be a 1 o'clock start Mountain Daylight Time. For the Lights, they fall to 0-2. They have next weekend off and will be back in action on the 21st as they will play host to Arizona Christian. So the MSU-Northern Lights fall to a record of 0-2 on the year. The Battlin Bears improved to 1-1 on the season. Again, the final score in this one, 27-12. The Bears over the Lights. For our fine staff here, Giselle on the camera, Michael Darby, our producer-engineer. For Dave Riley, I'm Kyle Riley saying so long from Herb Klindt Field, where the Bears improved to 1-1 with a 27-12 victory over the Lights of MSU-Northern. Have a great weekend, everybody.